Greetings, Grower Planted family. Whew, you guys, we've been getting quite a bit of rain here in Georgia, which I'm not complaining because the garden always needs the good rain. Y'all, there's a mosquito trying to come straight at my face. The nerve of him. So today I am out in my garden. Today is Monday. Don't know when you'll see this, but I plan on posting it right after I do it, at the end of the day. And I'm gonna get out here and get some work done. I'm gonna kind of show you guys where the garden is right now, and then I'm gonna do some harvesting. And then next one I'm gonna do is I need to. I save a lot of my kitchen scraps, like from my fruits and vegetables, like when you cut them up, how you have the little ends and things like that, or when you eat a fruit, how you have the core left, or um, things like that. So anytime, and even when I'm prepping my food to go in the freezer, if some of them didn't make it, I throw those in there too and use for composting. So the way I'm going to compost though is I'm going to take all those scraps and dig a hole into my garden. Actually, I'm going to dig a trench and I'm going to pour those all into the trench and cover it back up. And so that's how I compost my scraps. So I tried doing the whole compost bin thing. I don't stay on top of that kind of stuff, so I realized that don't work for me. But digging a trench and just putting stuff in the hole, your girl can do that. So real quick, we're gonna take a look at where we're at in the garden right now, how things are looking, especially after all the rain, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get to work because I have a short amount of time to get some stuff done, and so I need to go ahead and get to it because I'll be traveling here soon, and I need to go ahead and take care of some things before I go out of town. So let's take a look at what's going on. So for starters, this is my big old container of just scraps, right? So that's what I do. I just take them, see them watermelon rinds in there, and pieces of squash and cabbage stuff from some beets that I harvested. So yeah, that's what I do. I just take it, I freeze it, and then in these bags, and then when I'm ready to use it, I'll just come on out and dig my trench and throw it in there. So, but this is what the garden bed one is looking like, you guys. Empty as heck, right? She's looking pitiful, I must say. Only thing I currently have in here is those beautiful ground cherries, which I got some ground cherries on the ground that I need to harvest. And this sad looking, I think that was my zucchini plant right there. I'm gonna get rid of him. He's coming out. But yeah, so this is the bed I'm going to amend by putting those food in there to compost. So that's my way of adding nutrients to it, because as it breaks down and the worms do their thing, it does love it. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull that out today too. I'm not gonna waste no more time on that because it's just being taken over by bugs and pests. Garden bed number 2, she's pretty empty too on this side. I have some, I don't even know what that is going right there. Y'all see that? I have no idea what it is. I'm sorry. I zoomed in and zoomed and then moved the camera the wrong way. But that right there, I have no idea what it is. But we're going to let it grow because it's probably something I can eat. Because it could be something that came from the same thing with me. I did the same thing here before. I dug a trench and put stuff in there. And so we'll see what it's going to be. On this side, though, we have, well, right here was what like the squash and stuff was. Anyways, so I got some peppers. Look like that one's turning. I want to leave these on to turn red. So like it's turning. So I'm excited about that. Peppers over there. Same thing with this squash plant. Or I think this was a squash plant, not a zucchini. She's growing well, but I don't see her producing anything else other than just giving the bugs something to eat. So kind of don't mind leaving this because I want them to keep them off of my watermelon plant. So may have to sacrifice this, let this plant stay in here. But this is going crazy. I should have put a cage around her. Like, look at her. I may get one of my square cages to put around her because I don't want her to break. And I'm doing her like that, but I don't know if that's working. I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure it out, especially with all the rain too, and the wind. It's probably plus she's full of fruit. She's probably having a hard time holding up her branches, so I'm gonna have to help her out. But that's what garden bed number 2 looks like. We're gonna go behind. Actually, you know what? No, I was going to let me go to tomato bed first. So this is the tomato bed, you guys. I got more stuff to harvest, so I'm gonna harvest because my little squirrel friend, honey, he be coming over here grabbing these Roma tomatoes for his snacks, and you know what? Good for him. Oh, I need to pinch that basil back right there, so I'll pinch her back some too. But this is my beefsteak tomatoes. They just looking so good. I had already harvested one of them right there. I'm gonna go behind the tomato bed. This is the side where I have some of my smaller like grape and cherry tomatoes and all my Romas. I've harvested a lot of those, which I think I posted a picture of that. And here we go, some more of my grape or cherry tomatoes on this end. Okay, so that's the tomato bed. I'm gonna go ahead and go down this way. I got more grape and cherry tomatoes, as you know, on the back side of this trellis and on the front side of this trellis. And actually, I'm gonna pop that one off. Anytime I see something on there like that one, he has some what do you call that, Lord? I can't think of it right now, y'all. If it hits my brain, I'll tell y'all. But anyways, yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and harvest the ones that are red on here. The ones that aren't red, we'll just, let them stay on there till they turn red. Same thing on this side and planter bed number 1. I have some grape and cherry tomatoes on this side as well. And they come through to the front side. You guys, this right here is my green onion that has been here for a very long time. Let me just tell y'all. I stuck those in the ground some years ago. Maybe 3 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. I'm thinking 3 years ago. And it just comes back every year because, as you can see, it flowers and it seeds and it keeps producing. But the same one, I think it's so cool because it was literally from some green onions that I got from the store. And I just kept the little white parts, stuck them in some water so they can get more roots on them. And I just plunged them into the dirt. So right behind us here, that's where I pulled up all those squash and zucchini. I'm going to move these actually over to the empty ones over to there, where you see I have 2 pepper plants that I recently put in over there, which I'm so grateful for the rain because it's keeping them pepper plants alive. So I'm gonna move these empty ones, these empty grow bags over there because I'm gonna have some stuff that I want to put in there. What is that in my yard? Oh, somebody's ball. Okay. Here, since we right here, I'm gonna go ahead and show you the oh wow, look at the okra, it's growing so well. Cucumbers starting to take off and get some true leaves. Yay, yay, yay. But that okra, look at it, y'all. Some of them doing better than others. These pepper plants are finally starting to look good. I'm gonna pinch off anything I see that's a flower or anything because I don't want it to try to worry about producing anything yet. I want it to grow. So yeah, I'm checking them for those because right now they're too small to be worried about producing anything. I just want them to focus. Something been munching on them, focusing on growing because they were stressed. Poor little babies, they were so stressed. So yeah, that's what I want to do right now. I just want to pinch off anything that wants to try to flower. The basil there. This is some sort of tomato. We're gonna see what it's gonna do. I see it's starting to form some flowers right there. They're starting up, and right there. But the okra's looking good back there. Yeah, something's been nibbling on it. Probably the Japanese beetles. They're good for that. But I'm not gonna worry about it. Okra's pretty strong, pretty resilient, if you will. So on this side, I went ahead and put a cage around this pepper since I was able to. Y'all broke a branch off of that. I'm gonna see if that branch is gonna root. Y'all broke my heart when I broke that branch. I was like, oh my goodness, Donna, what are you doing? Breaking your plant. And child, on this one right here, y'all look at me. I see that spider web. She not trying to walk through that. We gonna step on it. How about when I went to go harvest a cucumber off this, y'all? I actually cut the wrong vine and cut the main vine on that. So who knows what that's gonna do? That actually might die. And I mean, if it does, it's okay. We make mistakes in the garden sometimes. This right here is another pepper plant. I went ahead and caged it up because it needed a cage as well. So yeah, because in these, grow bags, they definitely need a lot more support. And that one's another one. So they're looking good with the rain and me not having the water and the Lord providing rain. I'm just so grateful. And we're actually supposed to be getting rain quite a bit this week. So in between the sunshine and we get rain. So they'll also get some sunshine. I'm just harvesting these since I'm already over here because it just makes it easier. I think I'm going to go ahead and pull these because like that one, these ain't really looking good. These can go into my compost. And that's another pepper down there. I'm not going to try to squeeze through there, but that's a pepper down there. And looks like it has a yellow banana pepper. I think that's my banana pepper. As you can see, I put a cage on it as well. And here is our berry bed, our raspberry. I gotta look up how to prune her because I'm not really sure. This right here is supposed to be a miniature mulberry. It didn't do anything this year other than grow. So I shouldn't say it didn't do anything. It didn't provide any fruit this year, but it's growing. And it looks good. The strawberries are looking kind of spent. Not really, they did their thing. I think I'm going to pull these out, and I think I just want this to be a raspberry, mulberry, blackberry bed. So I'm actually going to get some more raspberries because that raspberry produced like crazy, y'all. They were so delicious. So here's another mistake I made when I went to put the cage around here. I actually broke this. Look how much harvest I would have had if I didn't break that, y'all. I need to cut that off of there. But like I said, in gardening you do make mistakes. So I should have already had a cage around it. Trying to put a cage around it when it fruited didn't make sense. And this one too, I need to look up on when to prune it as well, because I might also take those ones that I prune and I want to make them into what's the word I'm looking for? In parts I can do so I can propagate. That's the word I'm looking for. I want to propagate. So plants, my flowering plants that are spent already. My herbs, more flowering plants, herbs, more flowering plants. So here's my cherry blossom green stalk. And I definitely got to check this to see if there are any beans on here for me to harvest. But looks like all of the cowpeas came up, y'all. This, I harvested some beets from that one wasn't yesterday. I think it was the day before yesterday, or maybe 3 days ago at this point. I don't know. Anyway, these days fly by. But I'm so happy. Look at all the cowpeas that came up. So they're going to do so great in this green stalk. I'm so excited for them. I'm so excited for me. So here's the watermelon bed and planter, if you will. And it also has ground cherries in it. And I got to go and harvest those. As you can probably see some down there that have dropped. But it's going so well in here. So grateful. And here's, I think this is lemon. Green stalk. I think that's the color, lemon. And she's doing well too. Look at all the beautiful green beans on here. Some of my plants have already been spent, with the flowers, I mean. But those are growing well. I need to turn them this way because they look like they're stretching for some sun over here. I haven't turned it in a few days. Oops. So yeah, I need to come through and harvest on that too. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and pull that watermelon, y'all. I'm not really sure when I'm supposed to pull my watermelon, but that looked like it's ready. What y'all think? I think he's ready. I got watermelon there, here, one right there, a new baby there. I think that baby ready, so I'm gonna go ahead and get her. Another baby there. So yeah, they just everywhere, y'all. And I'm grateful. There's another one back over here. Yep. So yeah, your girl got some watermelons. It's just when to harvest them. I think I'm gonna go ahead and harvest that one though. Especially since we got all this rain coming up. I don't want it to stay on the vine and get all watery, if you will. I may have let it stay on there too long already. So these are the pepper plants I was talking about. And this is the place I'm going to move the other grow bags to, because I'm going to put some of the new stuff in those. So yeah. And here's a look at the garden from this perspective. Yep. Girl is about to get to work. Like I said, I got a lot to get done in a short amount of time. And just go enjoy this time in the garden as I do. It's like my place of solitude and serenity, and just getting out here and thanking God for not just the garden and the harvest, but just for all He does in my life. That's what I enjoy about this time. Y'all see my planter on my deck up there too. The beans in there are doing great too. They're growing really well. So I'll probably do a short on that one at some point. But you guys have an amazing day. Thank you so much for joining me. If you like what I talk about or just like spending time with me, I appreciate you spending time with me. Like, share, subscribe, and have an amazing day. Be blessed. And until next time.